We were talking about the echoes, and every great echo begins with a single sound. Similarly, every great Toastmaster meeting begins with prepared speeches, and we are happy that we heard first such speech that has an echo of being an excellent. I've personally never seen somebody delivering a project completion speech like that. And these speeches that are these speeches are where members carefully craft their ideas, polish their delivery, and then send their voices out into the room. So let's continue this echo of excellence and let's move forward to our second speaker of today, which is Toastmaster Uzair Dhodi. And in the agenda, details are not available. His evaluator is Toastmaster Mohammed Asghar. And I request Toastmaster Asghar, first, have you received the evaluation details? So thank you very much. Please share the details of the project of Toastmaster Uzair Dhodi. Stage
Uh,
is close with Toastmaster Asghar.
Thank you very much, Toastmaster of the Day. Toastmaster Dodi is comparatively a new member. He is a exuberant member, a member full of energy and excitement. I really don't know he is young, that is why he is exuberant, or he is exuberant, that is why he is young. But he just forgot to write his pathway. Otherwise, I have the rest of the detail. He is delivering his speech from level 1, project 3. The title of the speech is The Power Beyond Words. In today's speech, Toastmaster Dudi is supposed to practice using vocal variety and body language to enhance his speech. He can talk about any subject. Now, let me ask Dudi, should I concentrate on your vocal variety or the body language, or should I see the both as an evaluator?
You can see both. I believe
Sure.
I'm at a disadvantage because not in the physical space, but absolutely you can look at both and
Sure.
evaluate.
So the stage is yours.
Thank you. Fellow Toastmasters, how many times have you been told that your tone is monotonous or your delivery is flat? There isn't a spark.
Many times.
Thank you for the acknowledgement. Well, fellow Toastmasters, I felt the same way when I received a piece of evaluation and feedback from an evaluator that Uzair, your content is good, but your delivery needs to be much better. There needs to be a spark. You need to be exuberant, full of joy, cheerfulness, which I believe Toastmasters is helping me to be. And again, there is power beyond words. Why is that? Because at the end of the day, you are conveying what you are through your words, but what really matters is your vocal variety and your body language. So I'll be reflecting on the time when I was in front of 200 people. It was a town hall, and I had to explain the process of Kiss Bazaar. I know I really love to talk about Kiss Bazaar, spent a great time there, always a moment of exuberance for me. So I was at a disadvantage in the Kurangi office of Rider Logistics, a $1 million logistics company similar to TCS, but I have a smaller network. So at that day, I did not have a microphone. I was all alone with my team, and no one had the courage or mustered the courage to come in front of 200 people. And I remembered 15 years ago when I was pretty young, I was about 10 or 12 years old. I came to Toastmasters meeting and I thought if I can speak in front of all these professionals, what's the big thing about speaking in front of 200 people? So I mustered up the courage and I spoke about Kiss Bazaar and I used my phone as a prop and I told them that this is the process of Kiss Bazaar. Kiss Bazaar being a fintech platform that provides electronic and non-electronic items on installments to the unbanked, those people who do not have a bank account. Then later I explained to them the process of the website that they go onto the website, they select their desired product, and they place the order. The process is simple. you need two social guarantors for that. The social guarantors can be your friends, can be your cousins, but not your instant family members, such as your mom or dad or cousins. And you need to be a resident of Karachi. Because at the end of the day, you're working on an installment business model and it's not easy to do recovery. So we need to keep those checks. So we explained that thoroughly to all the 200 people. And that is when I remember that vocal variety is important. Now, I had to be very loud. This is me being in a normal, speaking in a normal pitch voice, but my tone had to be quite loud and my stance was firm and tone was confident. And I conveyed my message clearly and achieved the desired objective. Coming to the time when I was playing cricket for Karachi Gymkhana in the under 19 cricket team and led their team as well for a brief moment, about 6, 7 months, that is where I learned about being dynamic and having a variety of tones. Now, for a fast bowler, you need to be aggressive and I need to pump him up. And I have to say that you're doing pretty well. You can do much better. And in Urdu, we say shaba shaba. So I'm saying shaba, ladke, bahut acha kar rahe ho. इससे और बेहतर कर सकते हो. When you're talking to an fielder who's not performing well or who's not at their A game, I have to be loud and I have to be a bit rude to them, saying in Urdu, "के क्या कर रहे हो भाई? के शादी में आए हो?" So you have to be a bit dynamic about that. Then a performer who's doing well, a player that's doing well, I'm patting them on the back. I'm saying that you're doing pretty well. Just do what you're doing, and we're gonna win the match. So that's what you have to do in cricket. You have to use a variety of tones. Your body language varies to each moment, as we see when we're watching a game of cricket live on television. And my best is when you're playing psychologically with the opponent, doing a bit of banter when the opposition is coming to bat. So then I have to be in the fielding position, and then I am saying that your legs are shaking. You can't see the ball, man. Are you going to play the shot? So that edges gives me that edge, and I'm playing psychologically with the opposition. So in that moment, I was loud, I was calm and composed, and I was also encouraging my teammate to perform better. Now, coming to the moment that many dread, one-to-one performances, that's not a moment where you feel exuberant. That is a one-to-one with your teammate where you have to make the hard calls and you have to speak to them about where they can improve. Now, for a strong, good performer, I'd be speaking to them and asking them that where do you think you can improve? And these are the KPIs that you've met. You're doing pretty well, but please do not rest on your laurels. Don't be complacent. Then comes the underperformer. Now I can be a typical authoritative, let's say a dictator type of a leader who screams at their teammate or hackles them, rattles them out. But I think the best way would be to explain to them that these are the KPIs, and this is why you haven't met them. But I've given you a room where you can achieve those KPIs and milestones, and I'd be expecting more from you. Now, these are the three moments of my life where I had to use vocal variety and body language. Again, what I've learned over the years and what Toastmasters is teaching me that your words do matter, but there is the power beyond your words. You need to convey your message through your body language, your tone, the way you're shifting, your stance. So, again, fellow Toastmasters, that is what I'm here to do. And over to you. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Toastmaster Uzair Todi, for your speech of the day. And the last speech that we are going to see today is by our Talha bin Hamid. And his speech is to be evaluated by Toastmaster Tehseen Fatima. And Toastmaster Tehseen, have you received the project details from Toastmaster Talha?
Yes, sir, I do have. Shall I
So,
introduce him?
Yes, I request you to please introduce the speech that Toastmaster Talha is going to deliver, and then please also call him on the stage for the speech.
Fair
Toastmaster Talha.
enough. Thank you very much, Toastmaster of the Day, DTM Irfan Faruqi. So our next speaker is DTM Talha bin Hamid, and he is delivering a speech from Presentation Mastery Level 3 elective, and the project is focused on positives. The speech title is A Plate Full of Disappointment with a Topping on Indifference. And the purpose of this project is to practice being aware of their attempts and failures, as well as the impact of their responses on others. So DTM Talha bin Hamid, a plate full of disappointments with a topping of indifference. The stage is yours.
And automatic timing is also with Toastmaster Talha bin Hamid.
Yeah,
Still
if someone can time, this.
Yes, I can. I can.
Oh, great. Thank you so much, Mr. President. Okay, am I audible?
Yes, you are. You are
No,
not
you are no
audible.
more. No more
You are
audible.
muted.
So sorry. So sorry. Okay. Yeah. Now?
Yes.
Sir,
Okay,
just a second, sir. Just a second, please. Sorry
Yeah,
to
yeah.
interrupt.
Yeah, yeah.
I have joined from the mobile, so I have no cards here at the Zoom. So anyone
Okay.
else
I
can
can
identify?
I can put a clock for myself. That way everybody will see, including myself. So
I
just give
can
me a
time, but I can't show the cards.
No, it's okay. It's okay. Let me do it because I need to see
Thank
the timing as well. So just give me a second. Let me put on the timer. And I'm shooting myself in the foot because everybody will see if I'm qualified or not. But anyway, okay, I'm starting right now. And sorry, I'll need to lower my hand because I cannot see the timer. And now I can see the time. Spotlight. And oh my God, this is the best chart I have ever eaten. This is the best chart in Karachi. If you haven't eaten this chart, you haven't eaten chart. You haven't eaten anything. You haven't even lived. These were the exuberant exultations of the YouTube food blogger reviewing a plate of chaat from one of the famous chaat houses in Karachi. He went on to describe the plate of chana chaat. It all starts with a layer of fragrant, lukewarm chickpeas, sprinkled here and there with sliced onion and diced tomatoes, and then another layer of chickpeas and sliced and diced onions and tomatoes, and all of that is topped with homemade chutneys, secret spices, dips, sauces. But that's not all. After this masterpiece is complete, a layer of white ethereal yogurt lands on top and creates patterns within the plate that would shame even Picasso and Monet. And even that is not all, ladies and gentlemen. That is topped by a gentle, crispy layer of flour pastry called papri. And that masterpiece, ladies and gentlemen, is presented to you. And who can resist? In obscene, explicit detail, the blogger went on to describe chana chaat, dahi puri, meathi puri, chola chaat, and you name it, the various products. And then he went on to explain that the proprietor slash owner slash chef at this place actually forbids mixing of the plate. Take a spoon near the plate and dare to mix it, and he will show you the door. And that, ladies and gentlemen, sealed the deal. 2 days later, I was in Soldier Bazaar at the said chart house with my friend. Right off the bat, we were impressed because the counter was decorated with an array of plates of various products, and they were all topped by transparent plastic domes. Why? Those were the takeaway plates, and they were designed so that when you took them away, gravity or the earth's rotation or the shaking of your bike or car would not disturb and mix the ingredients. That is commitment, ladies and gentlemen. Impressive. We went inside the dingy foyer and ordered a plate of chana chaat. But my friend, joyously exuberant at getting there and even more aware of the fact that he was not supposed to pay a penny, saw fit to add a plate of meaty puri to the order. The 2 plates arrived. I delved in, took one bite of chana chaat. I couldn't believe my taste buds. I had to dig in again and took another bite. And still, the world around me changed. Just to make sure, I then picked up one of the pani puris and put that in my mouth. And then, ladies and gentlemen, it was confirmed beyond all challenge. The chaat, the meaty puri, the pani puri, all were insipid and bland. Yes, you heard that right. I tried to reconcile this with that YouTube video. I thought to myself, maybe it is the under-seasoned chickpeas. Maybe it is a lack of balance in the chutneys and the sauces. Maybe it's the lack of seasoning on the whole thing, but then it clicked. It was the yogurt. Yogurt that's supposed to be slightly creamy. It was as diluted, as liquid as water, and it failed to provide the necessary heft and contrast against all the other ingredients, and thereby took the whole dish down. What a disappointment, ladies and gentlemen. 50 years old chart house and such uninspiring stuff. And that got me thinking. The cookies, the toffees, the chocolates, the naharis, the biryanis that we used to love in our childhoods, none of them are as good as they tasted to us back then. Are they? Not a single one of them. At first, I traced it back to nostalgia. I thought that nothing could bring back those childhood memories, and that is why no matter how good the food is, it cannot taste as good as the food that we had in our childhood. But then I realized something else. I was completely missing out the fact that there was a whole array of restaurants, food carts, chart houses, and products on the shelves of supermarkets that are tasty and satisfying. The only reason that we ignore them is because they don't hail from our childhood. They are something new. And that is the lesson, ladies and gentlemen. For everything that disappoints you, for everything that you find underwhelming, for everything that you find bland and uninspired from your childhood, there is something out there that is far better. Only we are blind to it. Ladies and gentlemen, there's always something better lurking around the corner, something more satisfying, something crunchier, something more flavorful. We just need to take off the rose-colored glasses of nostalgia and actually look around. Over to you, Toastmaster of the Day.
Thank you very much, Toastmaster Talha bin Hamid, for delivering your speech today. May I request again Toastmaster Talha bin Hamid to please share the timings of the three speakers. Your own
All
speech,
three speakers are qualified,
all
and
three
I'm
are
sharing this in a few moments.
very good. Toastmasters, excellence is not only planned, sometimes it shines in the spur of a moment. Table topics is our chance to think on our feet, embrace uncertainty, and still make our voices resonate. What you will hear now are spontaneous echoes, brief yet powerful, that prove confidence grows when we dare to speak unprepared. Let's step into the segment of this echo of excellence. And for our table topic session, we have today our table topic master, who is none other than Hiba Rais Khan. And for the evaluator, we have Toastmaster Muhammad Asghar, who will be evaluating the table topic session. Without any further delay, I hand over the charge to our table topic master of today, which is Toastmaster Hiba Rais Khan.
Okay, fellow Toastmasters and guests, as the table topic master, I would be calling out one guest and one KTC member because since we are celebrating at 25 years of excellence, I would want to also involve one KTC member in the table topics to show how it goes to the guest. Okay, so my first speaker would be guest Azim. Could you unmute yourself and switch on your video?
Yes,
Unmute
ma'am.
yourself.
Okay.
Okay. Okay. Okay. Have you been to other Toastmaster clubs? If so, what differences do you find between them and us? Have you ever been to any other Toastmaster club?
Not yet, ma'am. But
Okay, I'll give another
this my
topic to you then.
first.
I'll
Okay.
give another topic. Okay. Do you do you think joining a Toastmaster club can help to bring improvement? No. Sorry. Wait a minute.
Mother Hiba, can I request you to please invite someone else and then request us, guest Azim so he can see and learn?
Okay. Sorry. I will do that. Okay. Then I'll invite some member. DTM Tala,
Yes,
how
yes,
about you?
please.
Can I invite you to the virtual stage?
I've just spoken, so maybe you can invite.
We have
Okay, I'll
Irfan Taj
invite
is
some
here.
other person.
Yes, Toastmaster Rafat Mubin, or we have a Toastmaster Zafar Ismaili. He's not our member, but he's a Toastmaster, so you can invite
Okay,
him.
I think I'll invite
We have a guest
Toastmaster
from
Rafat
Iraq.
Mubin. Sorry?
Yeah. We have a
Yes,
guest
ma'am.
from Iraq.
Okay. Toastmaster Zishan Arif.
Zishan.
I can
Yeah.
invite him. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so Toastmaster Zishan Arif, what is the value of public speaking to you, and how can KTC or any other club can help you to achieve it?
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Hiba. I love the question. Public speaking has always been very close to me. Previously, throughout my career, I've hosted a radio morning show in Islamabad for 7.5 years. So public speaking was not much of an issue. When we consider the element about being shy or being introvert, I'm none of those. But what Toastmaster has actually taught me, it's not about being just confident. When we have to limit our speech, like between 4 to 6 minutes or between 5 to 7 minutes. We now know that we cannot talk endlessly. We have to make an impact only within a certain time frame. That is the part where I didn't expect it to happen, but I've learned after I joined Toastmasters. It's about 2.5 years that I'm in Toastmasters now, but this part actually has taught me that the true value of speaking with an impact. This is where I now prepare my speeches in advance, and I also encourage my fellow Toastmasters not to just come up with an idea, to write their speech properly, to practice it properly within a certain time frame, maybe in front of the mirror, maybe with a friend, maybe with a fellow Toastmaster, just so that they can create the right amount of impact that is needed to complete a certain project. Thank you.
Okay, thank you for that. Moving on to the next speaker. I invite Toastmaster Irfan Taj. Could you unmute yourself and switch on the video? Your video.
There you go. Yes.
Okay. For you, I give you the topic. Have you been to other Toastmaster clubs? Have you been to other Toastmaster clubs? If so, what differences do you find between them and us? KTC.
Thank you very much for an excellent topic, because it takes me back to Qatar. I was there in Qatar as a defense attaché from 2016 to 2019. And somebody had offered me to visit a Toastmaster. Once I first heard the name Toastmaster, I thought that it is probably a toaster where you go and warm up your toast and maybe some kind of a eatery. But once I went over there, there was a professional Toastmaster for Pakistanis in Qatar. And I joined that. And it was very, very interesting to me, because being my background of a naval officer, we had training of public speaking, and we could face the people. But the intrigues and the detail and the finesse, which I learned from other Toastmasters or clubs, especially professional Toastmaster club, and there were a number of Indian Toastmaster club. We used to interact with them, and then the advantage I had to talking to them and representing Pakistan in front of the Indians, they were a very big group. It gave me a lot of confidence, and I could enjoy that. And I also cherish Zishan Arif from Iraq, and because we had many people from other places in Doha also, and we could represent Pakistani club, and we took it to a certain height. So the Toastmaster, it changes your personality. It's not only your vocal or your voice fluctuation or your body language comes in, it brings in your personality of your command over language, and also it introduces your character to present it to the other people. Toastmaster is a fraternity. It's a family. It's not only just a gathering for a few minutes or few hours or once a week. It joins a lot of people, and especially with the help of this technology now around the world, we are connected. How could, this was only possible because of the technology. So I feel very honored once again, and thank you very much for giving me this opportunity. Back to Toastmaster of the day. Thank you.
Okay. Now I call upon let me see.
You can now invite guest Azim.
Okay. So guest Azim, could you unmute yourself and switch on your video? He hasn't. Okay.
Okay. Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Do you think joining a Toastmaster club can help to bring improvement in other aspects of life other than public speaking? Do you think joining a Toastmaster club can help to bring improvement in other aspects of life other than public speaking? Elaborate.
Yes, ma'am. Of course, I will improve it on public speaking, more confidence, and I will introduce to different people sit here in publicly. So I will enhance my speaking experience also. If I am right answer, doing wrong.
Toastmaster Azim, you have to continue for at least 1 minute.
Okay. Yes, of course. I have enhanced my speaking vocabulary and confidence, and I will uh, increase our personality, grooming, and we are. We are thanks for Toastmaster Club. They giving me a great opportunity. So.
Okay, I think you are done. Is it? Or okay, fine. Okay, now I move on to my next speaker. That is can okay, Zishan Arif, he's done. Okay, can guest Zahur Ahmad Salim unmute yours? Could you unmute yourself and switch on your video? Guest Zahur Ahmad Salim, could you unmute yourself and switch on your video?
You can invite guest Arisha or Ariha, sorry, or Toastmaster Rafat Mubin.
Okay, I invite Toastmaster Rafat Mubin. Okay, Toastmaster Rafat Mubin, could you unmute yourself and switch on your video? She's in. Okay, she has. Okay.
Yeah. Unmute yourself, Toastmaster Rafat, please.
Could you get Toastmaster Rafat Mubin? Could you unmute yourself and switch on your video? I think you haven't. She isn't there. Okay.
Hiba, please move forward.
Okay, okay. I am moving forward.
Yes.
Okay. No, she has. Okay, she
Yes,
has
yes.
switched on.
Toastmaster Heba, I am ready. I am ready. I am ready.
Okay, okay. There have been many speakers who have written their stories in the history of Karachi Toastmasters Club. There have been many speakers who have written their stories in the history of Karachi Toastmasters Club. Whose story has inspired you and why? Please use word of the day. Please use word of the day, exuberance.
I have inspired many of the speakers, not only one speaker, Toastmaster Talabin Ahmed, a speaker which give life to us, and it is an example. Toastmaster DTM Sarfaraz Nazir, a model for us. DTM DTM Farooqi, Irfan Farooqi is also a live example of person who give strength and quality to the club. Toastmaster Imran Rana, also a great speaker, and number of speaker. Toastmaster Sumer Dodi is also one of the asset of the club, and uh, I learned number of things from Karachi Toastmaster, that Karachi Toastmaster club is one of the club which is, I think, the best club of the area, and I am proud of it, that being a member of Karachi Toastmaster, I learn multiple things from club: communication, how to manage the time, and how to live in a present situation. These are the best thing which I think that I have learned from Karachi Toastmaster. Over to Toastmaster Hiba Rais Khan.
Okay, thank you. I'll move on to the next speaker. That is okay. Guest Mohammed Harun, can you unmute yourself and switch on your video?
Yes, Assalamu alaikum. Yep.
Well, okay, walaikum. Have you had a chance to interact with the past presidents of our club? Any KTC president you've interacted with?
I don't know who was the
Like DTM Samir,
president.
DTM Samir,
No,
DTM
no,
Samir.
no. It is my first interaction with the KTC.
Toastmaster, sorry, change the question for him. It's not
Okay.
relevant for him.
So this is the first time, guest Mohammed Harun, this is the first time you're attending a KTC meeting, right?
Yes, it's my first KTC meeting, but I already attended 2 to 3 meetings at Lums Energy Institute in Lahore.
Okay. So, do you know who was the founder of Karachi Toastmasters Club? No. Do you have any idea?
No, ma'am. No, Toastmaster
Okay, sorry.
Hiba.
I'll move on to another question. Any KTC event that you remember? No, okay. I'm sorry.
Could you please ask a question without KTC?
Yes, I'm so sorry, because actually we are celebrating, the thing is, we are actually celebrating our 25th Silver Jubilee. So I had to include KTC in everything almost. So I think I'll switch to another speaker if DTM Tala, what do you say?
Well, at least give him some topic to speak about. It can be about Toastmasters. Yeah.
Okay. I'll try. Let me come up with another. Let me give me at least a few minutes more. I'll switch on. I'll come back to Muhammad Harun, and then before him, I'll invite a member so that he can have a rough idea again. I'll invite. How about? I invite. Let me see. Because majority of the. How about you, DTM Tala? Can I invite you? I know you've given your prepared speech, but still.
Okay, fine. Now you've asked twice, so I cannot say no twice.
Okay. Okay. I'll ask the same question to you. Have you had a chance to interact with the past presidents? You've had a chance to interact with the majority of our past presidents. So, if so, whose leadership and under whose guidance the club flourished the most, in your opinion?
Thank you so much.
Please use word of the day.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you so much, Table Topics Master. I interact with the past president every time I look in the mirror. And every time I'm at a KTC meeting, I interact with a lot of past presidents, including you, including DTM Samir, including a lot of other past presidents as well. Toastmaster and Rana is one of them. And of course, DTM Samir Dhodi is always present in our club, no matter, even if he's physically present or not, because let's face it, we are all mentored by him. And after him, DTM Sarfraz Nazim, he's also a past president. So I don't think of growth strictly in quantitative terms. Instead, I see it in terms of culture, in terms of ethics,
in terms of quality. And I believe that every president of Karachi Toastmasters Club has followed the same ethos as its founder, BDM Salim, who is also one of the past presidents. And of course, I had the privilege of interacting with him briefly for a few months, after which he passed away. I swear the two events are not related. It's very unfortunate that we lost him. But I know one thing for sure, that he's somewhere up in heaven smiling at all of us. And he would be proud to see that his club virtually spawned District 122. And his club established new benchmark in terms of club quality, not only in Pakistan, but all around the world. And his club remains one of the most recognized, one of the most celebrated, and one of the most awarded clubs in Toastmasters today, known the world over. And I believe that is something that not a single president, but every past president of Karachi Toastmasters Club can be proud of. Over to you, tabletop experts.
Okay.
And sorry, Toastmaster Hiba. Sorry, Toastmaster Hiba. I saw Toastmaster guest Ariha's hand raised too. So she's also interested to speak. So perhaps you can take up two guests now. One is Azim and one is Azim.
Okay, I'll take up guest Muhammad Harun. After that, I'll take up guest Ariha. Okay, so guest Muhammad Harun, now I have a situation for you. So it is, how important is the value of public speaking in today's business world? And should every company have such a club? In your opinion, elaborate.
Yes, in my opinion, I can say every company must work on communication, because when you are in domain of public speaking, it is important to interact with the people and clients as well. If any company don't have any communicator who can speak well, who can communicate others, and in every situation how he can handle or she can handle, then company won't be growing in this era. And nowadays it is I think it is much easier. You can get help from chat gpt and other llm tools to polish your speaks, and also you can get scenarios. How can we interact with clients? How can we interact our employees? How can we speak to each other? I tried to start this type of thing at my office around in 2023, but after 2 to 3 meetings, some circumstances came up and I couldn't continue that thing. But in my opinion, it is must. Every company should have this type of club in their office, because this thing will improve their employees communication skills, and also they can interact any type of client. Thank you.
Okay, moving on to guest Ariha. Could you unmute yourself and switch on your video?
Hi, yeah, I hope you can see me, and I hope I'm audible.
Yes. Okay, how has Toastmasters or public speaking helped to build confidence in your daily life? Please use
That's a tough one.
Toastmaster Hiba, she's not
Actually,
Toastmaster, she's a guest.
Okay.
yeah, but I can.
But public
I
speaking,
think
have you ever
I think she can
you've
answer
done
it.
public speaking, right?
Yeah.
You might have done public
yeah.
speaking at some level. So
Yeah, I'll take the question. Thank you.
Okay.
So
and please use
yeah,
word of
when
the
it
day, exuberance.
okay, so I'll try to speak with exuberance when I talk about this topic. Uh, so when it comes to public speaking, yes, I've had many chances to stand on a platform and talk about one thing or another. Uh, I would specifically refer to Toastmaster itself, since you asked it. That yes, I think that it does help with the confidence. It does help with the patient speaking, I would say it, I would call it, because most of the times when you try to speak about something, when you are at a platform, when you have an audience, you somehow tend to rush into things. So that stop that patient that is needed in order to communicate the message, in order to build the impact that you want to make, that actually takes practice, I would call it, I would say. So by doing these sort of interactions in meetings, like one of the Toastmasters meetings or any other public speaking platforms, I think it does help, because kind of like a muscle memory, you do get and understand where you are lacking. You do find the areas of improvement, and of course, it gives you a lot of confidence when you see other people speak. So yeah, I think it helps.
Okay. Can I take one last speaker? Or okay. Now for a member that could I take Uzair Dodi as a speaker?
Actually, one of the guests, sorry, one of the guests, Salim, is also interested. So maybe
Sorry, it's Zafar Ismail, sir.
Zafar Ismail, sir. Okay.
Okay,
You
okay,
can
Zafar
take-
Ismail. Okay, okay, fine. Guess Zafar Ismail, is this your first ever KTC meeting?
Yes, it is online. Actually, I
Online, but
wanted to attend on-campus meeting, but actually KTC meeting and Express Toastmaster meeting, both of them clash at the same time. So I
yes.
haven't been able to attend, on-campus meeting. Although I was asked by one of the members, to attend, but just because of that clash, I couldn't make it.
Okay, I just have two scenarios remaining, and again, they're sorry related to Karachi Toastmasters. So I
All
hope
right.
you have some knowledge about our club. Like who was
Brief
the
knowledge
founder?
about it. Brief knowledge
Okay,
what I have collected, from the family members of Toastmaster.
okay. Like, who was the founder of Karachi Toastmaster, and when was it founded, and why? Please,
Actually,
good
I
word
do
of
not.
the day. Exuberance.
I do not know such information who founded, and yes, actually, one of the Americans way back, in the last century, it was founded, and just because of fear, and he wanted to break the shackle, of the fear, so he actually led foundation of this club, and this club has been running for more than 1 century, and produced hundreds of good speakers actually who have met the mark in the world, and there are many in the offing.
Okay. Okay.
Sir, you need to speak more.
Yeah, for at least a minute.
uh, yes, actually, this is one of the platform which I have felt personally, where I love to fail, because lots of encouragement, even if you are hit harder with disappointment, your performance goes into fiasco. So lots of people, actually come to encourage you, and that gives you yet another energy, to perform better. And the time comes, actually one finally breaks the shackle and proves himself. Over to you.
Okay, thank you. Have all the table topic speakers qualified timer? Okay, now over to you, Toastmaster of the evening, DTM Irfan Farooqi.
Thank you very much, Toastmaster Hiba Rais. And dear fellow Toastmasters, an echo teaches us something important. It reflects what we send out. In Toastmasters, evaluations are, so there is a voting. Let me first cast my vote. It's on my screen, and then I will continue. Yes, I have casted my vote. So I was saying that in Toastmasters, evaluations are our echoes. They reflect our strength, highlight area of improvement, and encourage us to grow. As was just said by Toastmaster Zafar Ismail, that the positive feedback that we receive is the real energy that we receive. No matter how pathetic our speeches are, there are always people encouraging us and helping us to move forward. This is the club, this is the activity where exuberance and excellence only multiply. Because every evaluation ensures that the echoes we create next time are even stronger. Let's move into the evaluation segment and continue building on our echoes of excellence. Our general evaluator for today is Toastmaster Sila Hamid. I now request her to take control, introduce her role, and perform the evaluation session. Toastmaster Sila Hamid.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster of the day. Good evening, dear Toastmasters, distinguished Toastmasters, and honorable guests. Nelson Mandela once said, courage is not the absence of fear. It is inspiring others to move beyond it. I did not master a decade, but I mastered the second of courage, the second of faith, the second of voice. This club, Karachi Toastmaster, gave me those seconds. In just 1 year, I've been transformed from the shy, a person who had a stage fright, to a confident speaker who is not at all afraid of any kind of fear. As a VB education, I thanks to all the noble character of the true backbones of this club, to all my mentors whose legacy we celebrate on this 25th anniversary this month, inshallah. Today's meeting, it was the number 1169. It was exuberant, inspiring, and truly an echo of excellence. From the vision of pioneers like DTM Salim, as you have mentioned, DTM Irfan, to DTM Sami Dodi, to the passion of this new generation, to the Dodi's generation, to all of us who has made this club an inspiring one and ultimately the best one among the district 122P. Let me say that Karachi Toastmasters has always a beacon of light, creating clubs and introducing countless pupils to the magic of communication and leadership. Now, let's begin. the feedback segment, which is the breakfast of the champion. The time for the evaluation of our prepared speakers and the evaluation of the table topic speakers. So let's begin with the evaluation of our first Toastmaster, first prepared speaker, Toastmaster Umar Khayyam, and his speech was evaluated by Toastmaster Irfan Taj. So let's welcome Toastmaster Irfan Taj on the stage to evaluate his speech.
Thank you very much, General Evaluator. Wow, what it was. It was an excellent speech by Umar Khayyam. And we happened to hear about his 2 years journey. He spoke, I mean, he excelled. I have divided into the evaluation into 3 parts. So the first of all, where he excelled, I would be covering that. The selection of the text, I think it was superbly drafted, especially when he referred to his desire to follow the examples of Adolf Hitler and Mr. Jinnah. He showed a command over his words and what he was narrating, and his body language, especially his arm, in particular the left hand movement, and along with that eye movement. If you could see his face, he was depicting, narrating the action words through his eyes also. And they were in sync. I mean, that's most important, that the whole body has to synergize and depict an exuberance of all the words which are coming out of his lips, and the whole body supports that. That was very, very important. And he did tell us that how did he come up to this stage today, because he was reflecting over his last 2 years hard work. And the word he narrated, the most feared word which he had, was through his action first. The dreaded word was silence, which I also now try to follow that. It was a very, very pleasant surprise the way he brought in this dreaded word, which he always feared. He had the complete aspect brought in. If you close your eyes and if you would have heard him, you would have been moving with the passage of time. It was a treat to listen to him, how he transformed what was his impediments, which he felt bad about that, and how he tried to overcome that. So that was the best part. That is always, we saw him very well. But is he the best or the most excellent speaker? Because he did excel that. But there are few more things which need to be brought into his speech, would make him the excellent speaker. Now, whenever the speaker, we had a lot of new people also joining us. The most important part is never make anything as a restricting to your body or make an hurdle. We saw that he had a very good device as a headset mic, but instead of wearing it, he was holding in his right hand. And for the most of the part of the speech, I thought that probably he's wearing a collar in his right arm, because maybe there's a lot of pain in his right arm. So that brought in little bit drab to his exuberance, which he was trying to depict. I think we must try to avoid that. That is the most important part. And then the voice. The pitch of the voice also comes in. It's a very, very important. You have a monotonous voice, which you realize yourself, but the pitch of the noise, the voice has to be brought in, which did bring a lot of interest. At the same time, it reduces the exuberance if you do not move around with the pitch. So once again, excellent, Umar Khayyam. I wish you all the best. And your passage was excellent. And I would definitely like to follow you as one of our example speaker. Over to the General Evaluator. Thank you.
Thank you so much for the detailed evaluation on the speech of Toastmaster Umar Khayyam. Now, let's move on to the second speaker. Our second speaker was Toastmaster Uzair Dodi, and his speech will be evaluated by our seasoned Toastmasters, Muhammad Azhar. So please put your hands together for Toastmaster Muhammad Azhar.
Thank you, General Evaluator. My target speaker is Uzair Dodi. Uzair was supposed to practice using vocal variety and body language to enhance his speech. He started asking a question about the vocal variety, and then he talked about being monotone. After that, you went on to the memory line, talked about the Kes Bazaar without phone, how he felt difficulties talking with around 200 people. And then he told about his experience of Toastmaster Club meeting as teenager with the fear of the people around him or talking with them. Similarly, he also brought as a cricket memory and how he shouted to energize his colleague and intimidated as opponent with loud voice as a psychological tactics. In short, he referred occasions and tried to prove that vocal variety always worked, and he emphasized that the vocal variety should be utilized at every possible occasion. Now, what I liked is in his speech is the title, which described the vocal variety and body language. The title, I repeat, The Power Beyond Words. It was quite apt title for this speech. Secondly is command over English and confidence to deliver the speech, regardless of the objective or the purpose of the speech. Thirdly is usage of vocabularies and idioms to describe the situation and enact the scenario while talking about the Kes Bazaar and other occasions. Recommendation area maybe, Uzair, you are expected to use your vocal variety rather than to talk about them. Thou, in some occasion, you used it, you largely focused describing it rather than demonstrating it. I invite you to see your speech in this paradigm and review it if possible. Secondly, it is also good to see your hand movement, but stage was so limited that I could not observe your body language. Overall, I like the usage of the language and your confidence. Uh, Probably on the recommendation side, describing the vocal variety and body language, demonstrating it rather than describing it would have served the purpose in a better way. Over to you, Journal Evaluator.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Mohammad Asghar. It is always pleasure to listen your detailed evaluation for any of the speaker. So now let's move on to the third speaker. Our third speaker is DTM Talha bin Hamid, and his speech will be evaluated by Toastmaster Tehseen. So put your hands together for her.
Thank you, Madam General Evaluator. So, Toastmaster, distinguished Toastmaster Talha bin Hamid, what an exuberant start you did of your speech. The body was very well crafted, the content was great, like when you talk about the YouTuber who was a chart lover of Karachi space, then your friend, and then yourself, the content and the flow really kept us captivating there. And you ended with a great, impactful message. What a beautiful thought. There is always better something more flavorful. Just remove your nostalgic glasses. Right? I have wear them. I don't want to remove today. But what a great message. I have read somewhere the real spices are ahead, not behind. So I recall that line when you were delivering this message. Overall, it was a yummy virtual representation of the chart and their cousin sisters, Dahi Puri, and all that. And we all were having water in our mouth and we couldn't resist. Oh, someone please nice rainy weather with all these things. I love the vocal variety you carried, like when you were talking about your friend's joy of the chart. The gestures were so exemplary, like when you were talking about the bite and the another bite your friend took and all that. The gestures overall were very exemplary. I would like to request you to, you may would like to work on the meaningful pauses. You were constantly speaking and you spoke very well, which is undoubtedly. But might be sometime a pause of 2 to 3 seconds could add a very meaningful thought provoking message for the listener. And I think that it's the time that you challenge yourself, DTM Talha, with audience engagement. For example, you could have said in the start or in somewhere in your body, are you a food lover? And online tempting food content intensify your appetite? And could have given a pause of 2 to 3 seconds so anyone from us can relate to it and can resonate to, okay, what's coming ahead. But overall, it was a very thought-provoking, a great resonance-based dynamic with a commanding presentation. The end that was like you spoke with such a clarity and conviction that I must say that that was a truly a master class in communication. Thank you so much for taking us to that tour. Over to you, Madam General Evaluator.
Okay, so thank you so much, Toastmaster Tessie. As we move to table topics evaluation, which is the second part of the general evaluator, I'm reminded. Okay, let me poll first. Okay, so as we move to table topics evaluation, I'm reminded that the ability to think on your feet is not about having all the answers. It is about having the courage to speak anyway. And today, our participants showed exactly that. Let us now hear from our table topic evaluator about each and every table topic speaker. For that, I would like to invite again our Toastmaster Muhammad Azhar. He's a diligent Toastmaster, and I am quite sure that he hates to hate. Over to you.
Thank you. Uh, Today we had almost seven table topic speakers, and I kept myself unmuted so that to save the time. Our first speaker was Zishan Arif from Iraq. He talked about the value of public speaking. What I like in his speech is he started with thanking the table topic masters. This is something I need all of us to start with. And thank you to teach this simple fact. We will try to follow you, sir. You expressed your opinion about the public speaking, how close it to you, and you said and you described about your journey. You're working from radio, which probably gave you this confidence. And you rightly mentioned that the Toastmaster is not about only confident, but it also timed you, and it also limit you in certain timing, and even it gave you the practice and the writing in certain timing to create certain impact in certain areas. What I like most is your confidence and the delivery style that you have. It must have come with a lot of practice. But I have a complaint, not with you, but all seven table topic masters. Had we uh, standing position, had we delivered our speech in a standing position, I think we would have created more confidence, more effectiveness in our speech. I have found almost all Toastmasters to speak from their chair. I am exempt because I'm evaluator. So Irfan Taj, our next speaker was Irfan Taj. Irfan Taj talked about, he was asked to describe the difference between the other Toastmaster Club with the KTC. He talked about his experience in Qatar, about Qatar Toastmasters, and I fully agree. First time when I heard about Toast, I thought it must be a hatry thing, but it was something quite else, and so he was not alone in taking the term toast or toasters. Um, he said that Toastmaster gave him confidence, and he said that Toastmaster had changed his personality. I wish he could have described the difference between the Qatar Toastmaster and the Karachi Toastmaster, so that we can also so that we could have also learned something from that difference as well. But overall, it was a good speech done with utmost confidence, took as full time to speak. The third speaker was Toastmaster Azim. I think guest, he was a guest. Toastmaster in other area, how Toastmaster helped him in other area except speaking. He talked about the confidence again in public speaking, and how Toastmaster gave him exposure and enhanced his vocabulary, groomed his personality, and then he thanked all with the promise to join us again. Uh, I think it was a good attempt. Basically, our table topic masters perhaps played a role very well to complicate the speakers. But thank you, the seniors Toastmasters, the president and DTM to salvage the guests and members. The next was Rafat Mubin. He talked about the history of Toastmaster Club. I think he was asked about the history of Karachi Toastmaster Club, but he generally talked about the history of the club, and he confessed that he felt proud being with us, and the way he managed the time with the help of Toastmasters and enhance as conscious about the present situation. The way Toastmaster gave her strength and quality of speaking. He specifically mentioned many names: Tala, Sarfaraz, Toastmaster DTM Irfan Faruqi, Imran Rana, Samir Dodi. He called them assets, and he missed my name. The fifth speaker was DTM Tala. DTM Tala was talked about the model president of KTC, and between the line, he answered it when he said, "Whenever I look in the mirror, I found him." But then he immediately diverted the issue, balanced it with Eba, Imran, Samir. So DTM Tala, well played. But I totally agree with you when you said that it's the qualitative, not the quality, but the culture, ethics, and ethos of the uh, club which played a role. And then you mentioned Dr. Salim rightly. Um, I met him only once. He expressed as hope that I would be a DTM in a year. What if he is seeing us all from Alam-e Barzakh and surprising over my non-DTM status? The sixth one, Muhammad Harun. Harun talked about the value of public speaking in business, and he started, in my opinion, this is another way of starting when you want to give your opinion, and he started his thought process by saying that, in my opinion, how every company must work for communication, and how he tried to start, but the process could not be continued after 3 to 4 years. And he said that it is now easier to do it because of Chat GPT. And he said once a company learned to communicate well, it would be able to talk its client uh, and the people around it, which ultimately helps the company to grow. The What I like is his confidence and good English usage. I really liked him. I don't know if he was a guest or he's coming from another club, but his confidence showed that He had been among the people talking in the room. He must be the well-spoken person in the room all the time. The last one is Arya Shai. Arya Shai talked about a Toastmaster, whether Toastmaster built confidence in daily life. I really liked the way she started talking, and she said she tried to speak with exuberance. And then she talked with exuberance. She referred Toastmaster Club and agreed that it does help to increase the confidence and it will become a muscle communication, according to her, becomes a muscle memory when we utilize them for a considerable period of time. And hand gesture and above all as measured pace of speaking is something I really liked. Our last speaker was Zafar Ismail. Zafar Ismail was asked about the founder of Toastmaster Club. In fact, I'm not aware about the founder of Toastmaster Club, but I salute him to continue to speak about as talked about the founder of Toastmaster Club and mentioned the people, and he described the benefit of being a Toastmaster, the club environment, when he said that it is an area where one wants to fail. And he said, even when you at the lowest, it doesn't matter because there is always chance of growth. What I like is his expectation, as optimism about the public speaking. I believe if he joins Toastmaster, he will be a DTM sooner than me. I think this is the end of the speakers list. I hope everyone has been covered. Over to you, Journal Evaluator.
Thank you so much, Table Topic Evaluator. And for your information, I would like to tell you the founder of Toastmaster International was Ralph Smedley. He founded Toastmaster International in 1924 in a practical manner. Though he started in 1922, but it was established in 1924. If I'm not wrong, so please correct me, DTM Talha bin Hamid. Okay, and we have got recently this Medley Award as well. That is the reason I know this thing. Okay, so with that, let the general evaluation of the prepared speeches and the table topic speeches come to an end. I want to tribute to the backbones of this Karachi Toastmasters Club. I leave you with the couplet of the revolutionary poet. मेरे हाथ में कलम है, मेरे हाथ में कलम है, मेरे जहन में उजाला, मुझे क्या दबा सकेगा कोई जुल्मतों का पाला, मुझे फिक्र आमने आलम, तुझे अपनी जात का गम, मुझे फिक्र आमने आलम, तुझे अपनी जात का गम, मैं तुलू हो रहा हूँ, तू गुरूब होने वाला. In my hand is a pen, in my mind is light. No darkness can suppress me. I rise with the dream of peace for the world. While you remain lost in yourself, I rise, you fall. So, dear fellow Toastmasters, whenever fears stand before you, take the courage to face, because the only person who can defeat it is only you. Be good and be true to yourself and the people around you. Because when you do good, it always finds its way back to you. That is the spirit of Karachi Toastmasters. Every step with courage, faith, and voice brings the destination closer. And today, meeting was a lively reflection of 25 years of inspiration, exuberant, as it was not the word of the day, but it was my feelings as well. Because this is the month when we are celebrating our 25th anniversary. So, Silver Jubilee celebration is going to be happen. So imagine the class, the standard, and the quality of this club, and the togetherness. So stay together, stay good, and stay blessed, and spread the happiness through the people, whoever is around you. Thank you so much. Over to you, Toastmaster of the Day.
Sorry,
What about general
Toastmaster, I
evaluation
need to
and
introduce the
role
you
role
need to
holders
introduce the
evaluation
facilitators.
Okay, yeah.
Granadian,
and
our counter.
Okay,
and
okay,
at
I'm so
the
sorry.
and at the
Yeah, I
and at the
missed
end,
that part.
Toastmaster Sila, at the end, your own general evaluation also.
Sorry, I missed it. What did you say?
At the end, you will present your own general evaluation also.
I think Sila already gave it a bit, but
Yeah, I did it. I did it. Let me say it again. And for that, I would like to call the role holder first, the grammarian, who is Toastmasters at Dodi. So please give your report.
Well, I'll first speak about the word of the day, which was used by many fellow Toastmasters and an honorable guest. TM Khayyam used it once, DTM Irfan Faruqi used it twice, DTM Thala used it twice, TM Asghar once, TM Silla twice, guest Area once, TM Zafar Ismail once, Mr. Irfan Taj, TM Irfan Taj twice, and thrice by me. Coming to the role as a grammarian, there were many times where the usage of English was utilized. So I will shed some light on the fellow Toastmasters who used a few good words and sentences in obscene, explicit detail. Right off the bat, we were impressed. I could not believe my taste buds were insipid and bland, nostalgic. Something's much better lurking around the corner. Excellence is not planned. Embrace uncertainty. Spontaneous echoes. Preparing their speech with an impact. Create right amount of impact. Speaker who give life to us. Life example, a better usage would be using the word role model. Over to you, TM Silla. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Toastmasters there. Now, let's ask the timer. Is there any disqualification? DTM Tala bin Hamid?
no, there's no disqualifications.
Okay, let's quickly move forward to our listener. For the role of the listener, I would like to call upon the stage our very dedicated, our secretary, Toastmaster, Arfa Fahim.
Yeah, she's not online. She could not join. She struggled with the connection. So we can move forward with the our counter report.
So, is there any substitute? Anyone?
Sorry?
Okay.
Sorry?
Okay, so let's skip it.
Yeah, we need to
So
actually.
should we skip it?
Listeners not here, but you, I can present the our counter report on behalf of Toastmaster Shahzeb, who actually did the our count. So everyone, by the way, Toastmaster Shahzeb is in Islamabad and he sits in office till late to attend the meeting, so he had to leave, and that's his salute to his dedication. He gave this report to me. So for the moment, consider that I am Shahzeb. Umar Khayyam asked one time, crunch words and 5 times. Uzair no asked crunch word and 5 times, and so 4 times. Toastmaster Irfan Taj 3 hours, Toastmaster Hiba 6 hours, and guest Sariha Shahi 4 hours. That's the report. Over to you, General Development.
Thank you so much, DTM Talha bin Hamid, to give the report of the R counter on the behalf of our president, Toastmaster Shahzeb, who is in Islamabad, and we surely salute his dedication to take our time and be the part of the meetings. Always be the part of the meeting. Thank you so much once again. So it was the meeting. It was a wonderful 1169, if I'm not wrong, 69 meeting. It started 15 minutes late, 7:15 almost, and it had the presence of different guests from all over the world, from Iraq, we have Zishan Arif, and so many other guests were there. And this was lovely thing to know, and it was really great to listen to the guest also, and it was a welcoming thing, and it was a great thing to listen from the members also. And the meeting was absolutely exuberant. As I mentioned, it was the full of learning, full of wisdom. We have listened the speeches of great speakers, Toastmaster Umar Khayyam delivered his wonderful reflection, and I was recalling my time also when I spent my 1 year. And Toastmaster Zaid did his job wonderfully well. And so as DTM Talha bin Hamid delivered his wonderful speech with the scrumptious detailing of the chart, which kept my mouth filled with water, and so many others had experienced the same thing. So that was in the eye, it was a lively reflection of 25 years of inspiration, transformation, and togetherness. So stay tuned to Karachi Toastmasters meetings, because we'll be celebrating and paying tribute to all the leaders of KTC in this upcoming month until we formally celebrate our 25th anniversary. Over to you, Toastmaster of the Day.
Thank you very much, fellow Toastmasters and dear guests. As we come to the closing of tonight's meeting, let's pause for a moment and reflect. What we experienced this evening was more than just speeches, impromptu talks, and evaluations. It was an appreciation of the continuation of 25 years of journey of Karachi Toastmasters Club. A journey where every word spoken, every gesture expressed, and every evaluation shared has left its mark. That is why our theme, Echoes of the Excellence, is so fitting. Because what happens here does not stay here. It echoes in the confidence of speakers who once feared the stage. It echoes in the leadership of the members who once doubted their abilities. And it echoes in the inspiration of our guests who carry back a confidence with them. Tonight, we added new echoes to this legacy, voices of courage, voices of growth, and voices of excellence. So, as we leave, let's remember our words and actions have a resonance that lasts for beyond this room, beyond this environment, beyond this stage. In our workplace, in our communities, and in our lives. Thank you, and back to you, officially President of the club, but in his absence, back to you, Toastmaster Talha bin Hamid, as the main role player of Karachi Toastmasters Club.
Thank you. Thank you so much, DTM Irfan. I must thank you for your absolutely beautiful introduction and conclusion. I can hardly imagine a greater tribute to Karachi Toastmasters Club. And in fact, let me tell you that the first three district leaders of District 122 actually hailed from Karachi Toastmasters. And they designated, since all three came from Karachi, as a sort of compensation. They drew out that as part of their job description, they drew out the entire map of the country, divided it into two divisions. Now, mashallah, we have four. And Lahore was, the division around Lahore was designated as Division A. And Karachi, the division around Karachi was designated as Division B, simply because all three leaders came from Karachi. So as a counterpoint, they gave prominence to Lahore in Division Lahore. What's most interesting is that DTM Irfan home club, Century Paper Toastmasters Club, also actually was co-founded by KTC members. And that's the beauty of Karachi Toastmasters Club, that its members have gone on to establish clubs, not only in Karachi, but in and around the district. So I'm truly, truly grateful to be part of this club. And with every passing day, the legacy grows more and more incredible when one thinks that this is the club that actually had the most major part in establishing District 122. Of course, we needed 20 clubs for territorial council, and those 20 clubs existed. Two of them existed in Karachi at that time, Karachi Toastmasters Club and Express Toastmasters Club. All of the others existed in Lahore and Islamabad. And there was one corporate club in Karachi as well. So that did the complete 20 clubs. So the major number of clubs came from upcountry, and it was a beautiful spirit of collaboration where we went on to establish this district. And today it has grown from an initial number of 20 clubs to now around 50 clubs and still growing. So everyone, please vote for your best Big Four, and let us quickly take comments from our guests. It's starting from, in no particular order, guest Ariha Shahi. Your comments. Yes, guest Ariha.
Hello, can you hear me? Am I audible?
Yes, yes, you are. Yes, you are.
Sorry, there is some sort of
Okay, we will, Ariha, we'll come back to you. Guest Mohammed Harun Hasnan. Your comments, please, about the meeting.
Hello, I'm audible?
Yes, you are.
Yes. Thank you to give me a chance to provide the feedback on this. Actually, it is my first, as I already told, the interaction with KTC, and hopefully it would be the first, not the last. Inshallah, I will join again, and I found it very really exuberant, and I enjoyed a lot to listen several table topics and prepared speeches. This thing uh, inspired me why I didn't join this club, this organization a year ago when I listened about this. It is very excellent, and I can say really enjoyable. Thank you.
Thank you. So whenever you feel after any Toastmasters meeting that, oh God, why didn't I join this earlier? That means that that meeting has achieved its purpose. But let me tell you, it's never, ever too late. Guest Azim, your comments, please. Azim, please unmute yourself.
Yes, sir.
Yes, your comments about the meeting.
Yes, it was a very good meeting for me, and I will talk to a different uh, topics today. And
Okay.
actually, I am
Thank
shy. Sorry.
Yeah. Don't worry. You can continue to be shy in real life, but you lose your shyness in Toastmasters as long as you keep attending.
Thank you. Thank you for supporting.
Guest Ariha, please, your comments.
Yeah, hi, thank you very much. I'm so sorry for the distortion. There was some internet connectivity issue. So first of all, I would apologize for the attire. I can see that everybody is, mashallah, very well dressed and in a proper meeting attire. I was to go to a tennis match, so I had to attend the meeting as well. Apologize for that. And about the meeting itself, I would say it was amazing. Just building on what I was talking before, uh, the count I find the most interesting, because this is exactly the kind of improvement and addition that I was talking about, that you learn from these sort of platforms, especially Karachi Toastmasters Club, that whenever you speak, whenever you deliver something, whenever you talk about it or communicate, once it's done, you never actually get the chance to reflect or get the little minor improvements. So I think that's the best opportunity to work on that. So very, very good experience for me. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Arya. And of course, you mentioned that you would be interested in establishing this club in your organization. So we at Karachi Toastmasters Club are more than ready to help you out. And you can reach out to DTM Samir, and then we can create a team. Only this year, last year, in fact, in the last fiscal year, KTC members established 2 clubs, and both of them are corporate clubs. So we'd be more than glad to help you out. And as for your attire, congratulations on having a life. We are well dressed because we are coming back from work. So there you have it. Going to play a tennis match
Thank you.
qualifies as exuberance. So congratulations on that.
Thank you very much.
Our guest who feels increasingly like a member, Toastmasters Ishan Arif. Your comments.
Thank you so much for the opportunity, DTM Tala. Once again, it was an absolute honor to attend this meeting. I was really looking forward to the path completion speech, because I would be completing my path probably this month, inshallah, as well. So it was a new insight for me how people deliver that as well. If I'm not wrong, I think I attended, if I remember it correctly, I think I attended an earlier meeting of yours where Toastmaster Silla delivered a similar speech as well.
Yes.
I believe it was also the path completion. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm actually looking forward to that as well. And I remember how Toastmaster Silla also used poetry in that one as well, and even today as well. This is brilliant. Like, I probably cannot do it here because people here don't know Urdu at all. But I love the part where even if this club is in English, she adds poetry to it. That gives a specific flavor that Toastmaster Silla always brings to the meeting. Apart from that, the speeches were really nice. I personally find the evaluation section the best, because no matter how the evaluators actually tell us where we can improve, they're actually encouraging us in such a brilliant way, which of course we are learning as well with time, because we are also playing this part in our meetings as well. So thank you so much for the opportunity. I am actually 2 hours behind Pakistan. So generally, when you start around 6 or 6:15, it's hard for me to join then because it's 4 p.m. and I'm at work. But like how, for whatever reasons, it got delayed a little, I will definitely be attending more of your meetings in upcoming future as well. Thank you so
Thank
much.
you. Thank you so much, Toastmasters Ishan. It is unbelievable the energy and exuberance that you bring to our meeting when you join. You're more than welcome to join. I mean, I think I speak for everyone when I say that your smile lights up the room, whether it's virtual or real. So thank you so much. And your club is more than welcome to have a joint meeting with us. And you're more than welcome to deliver a speech here or do any role. So thank you so much for that. And of course, this is the beauty of Toastmasters. Sometimes when you bring in poetry, the tip for you is that you can perhaps add a verse or two of Urdu. Not too much. Don't base your speech on that. But you can add a verse or two and then explain its meaning in English. So your audience will get the audio moral beauty of Urdu. And they will get maybe some semblance of what the poet is trying to say, but then you'll explain it. So that is one thing you could do. And by God, I haven't seen a path completion speech like that ever in my life. And I've seen plenty. So Toastmaster Omar Khayyam, congratulations. You managed to bring something new to the table every time. And today, the risks you took in that path completion speech, the conventions that you broke by actually employing silence as one of your tools. It's downright impressive. So congratulations on that. Yes, execution would be a little bit better, but full marks for your courage and your confidence. Toastmasters of its mind, your comments.
Thank you very much. I first congratulate KTC deep down for celebrating their, silver jubilee, and I hope that you may celebrate golden jubilee and then diamond jubilee after this. Perhaps we may not be the part of it, but the legacy, must continue. Yes, coming down to my experience of attending today's meeting is it's been a really amazing experience of mine to be the part of KTC. Actually, I have always wanted to come and attend meeting physically, but today, just because of weather, it's a blessing in disguise that that brought me to attend this meeting. And let me tell you that I'm not going to leave with empty hands today. I'm going to leave with lots of takeaways and seek out of your meeting. And the energy, the encouragement actually you give your guest and your members, this is simply incredible. And I wish you all the luck.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Toastmasters Award, for the beautiful sentiments. Express also celebrated its 20th anniversary recently. So again, congratulations on that. And now I believe all the guests have spoken and we will come to the results. So as far as the speeches and the evaluation is concerned, Shams, sorry. Yeah. So Shams' chart may have disappointed me, but the speech that came out of it actually won best speech. I'm sorry, I know I was the vote counter, but I can guarantee I'm fully transparent with the result. If anyone wants, I can share with them the screenshot of the poll. And let me share because it's something worth sharing. You will see how little distance there was between all the speeches in terms of marks. So there you are. And similarly, my speeches evaluator also won best evaluator, Toastmasters. Congratulations. And today our best table topics goes to, just give me a second and call up the result. Best table topics today goes to Toastmasters Ishan Arif. Congratulations. And best Big Four, best major role player goes to DTM Irfan Faruqi. So DTM Irfan, we may have failed you in not being able to hold an in-person meeting, but I hope this is acceptable as compensation. Congratulations. Thoroughly well deserved. And it is, we are one of the few people where when you start speaking, one tends to forget whether you're in person or online. It doesn't make a difference. And finally, we have a sort of a subjective award for the best role player, which is between the grammarian and the R counter, the timer, the vote counter. So today that goes to our grammarian of the day, Toastmaster. So congratulations, everyone. And finally, we are signing off today. Ironically, we are miffed that we could not meet physically, but we have more guests than ever, and they're present for longer than ever. And not only that, we are all exuberant with the knowledge that we don't have to vacate the room at 8:30. Now it's 9:43, and we're still going. So thank you so much, everyone, for that absolutely beautiful, phenomenal meeting. Just the thing we needed in the doom and gloom that is surrounding the weather conditions, as rightly pointed out by Irfan Faruqi, that the troubles we have in Karachi are absolutely nothing compared to, in fact, DTM Irfan and Toastmaster Shahzeb, who is actually from Mardan. They pointed out that, they're nothing compared to what Punjab has experienced and what KPK has experienced. We should be mindful of